Hi, it's Lisa. I'm glad you decided to continue learning. People have some problem in learning how to run ads on Facebook. They try to learn how to run ads on their own, go into Facebook Business Manager, see a lot of features, and get lost. It seems to them that it's too complicated and they won't succeed. Actually, it's not true. I'll tell you a little secret. 80% of all Facebook experts use only 20% of all the function of Facebook ads. And that's enough to make money. It's like smartphones. 80% of people use 20% of smartphone features. The problem is that you don't know which 20% of functions are the most important. People start looking for video tutorials on YouTube and learn functions they don't need. Or you may need this function, but not at the beginning. It's like start to learn how to drive a car by learning the engine. It's a bad idea. You should start with the gas, pedals, and steering wheel. When you drive a car, you need to start driving as quickly as possible and get the first result. Then you don't feel stupid and have the motivation to continue learning. Yes, no one likes to feel stupid, but that's the feeling when we don't understand something right. The task of this course is to guide you through the Facebook ads jungle from A to Z in a logical sequence. When you walk through the jungle, you need a map to understand where you should go and where you shouldn't. So, at the very beginning, I suggest doing 3 things. Decide what kind of result you want to get. Break it down into stages. Understand what you need to learn at the beginning and what you need to learn at the end. It's the journey of Facebook advertising specialist from beginner to professional. I've broken it down into 100 levels of percentages. Level 1 is when you just started. You are a young Padawan. At level 80 you become a professional. We jokingly call it a Facebook ad Jedi. And at level 100 you are a brilliant expert and you can work with the project of any complexity. There are 2 important stages along the way that directly change your result. At the 20th level, there is a turning point. At this point, you understand if you are good at it. You start feeling if you like doing Facebook ads or not. You start to understand if you want to continue your education or not. You already know how to run the basic ad and you have a clear result, but the 20 level, it's still not enough to make money. The next important stage is level 60. At this stage, you have enough skills to start making money in your new profession. It is something similar to graduating from university. Now let me say a few words about how to reach these stages. You can get to level 80 with this course. If you do everything correctly, at the end of the training, you will have a good level to make money. To reach level 100, you need experience. Usually it takes 1 or 2 years. Starting at level 80, you don't need knowledge. It's enough to apply the existing knowledge and get experience. You can't get experience with knowledge, you can only get it with practice. I told you about the specialist way that you have to go through. So you have understood all the stages of becoming a specialist. Now, our task is to understand how to learn. Strange as it may sound, the ability to choose the right way of learning is the best life skill. So let's start with the basics. All Facebook ads stand on 4 legs. I'll make a table allegory. The first leg is the product or service that you advertise. More specifically, the marketer's understanding of the product. When the marketer has a good understanding of the industry, the result is 2 or 3 times higher than usual. Later you will go into specialization in a particular niche. For example, in Apiway, we understand well how to sell training through Facebook ads, but understand very poorly how to sell clothes through the Instagram ads. But someone, on the other hand, is very good at selling clothes. The better you understand the product, the better you make advertising campaigns and get results. The second table leg is audience. The marketer should understand what audience is the best for this product or service. Very often the business owner has learned how to sell to one audience and doesn't know how to sell the same product to another audience and expand his business. For example, you advertise an interior design studio. The clients are owners of new apartment. But the studio wants to start selling office design services to large companies to make more money. But apartment design and office design are completely different. The marketer's task is to understand the differences between these audiences and what each of these audience needs, how to find it, and how to offer product or service. The third table leg is advertising materials. These are text, pictures, and videos in your ads. This information makes people pay attention to the advertised product and begin to act. It is information that makes people act, and the text, picture, or video is only a format transfer of information. 1000 years ago, people shared information through text in books. 100 years ago, in newspapers. 50 years ago, with video on TV, and now with text, images, and video on Facebook. It's all about the information you want to put in the consumer's head. The fourth leg is the information communication tool. In our case, the Facebook Business Manager. This is the tool that helps you run ads. It's a technical tool. If you've already tried to train on your own, you've heard words like Facebook Pixel, Facebook Audience, Facebook Events API, and other scary words. Don't worry, you'll learn it all, but not right away. Now the main thing is not to get lost in the information. Otherwise, you might get confused and not get results. When you look at this picture, I want you to remember a very important thing. All four legs are of the same importance. As soon as one of the legs is missing, the table falls. Imagine you're promoting a beauty salon in Beverly Hills. You wrote a great text and choose your photos, but you can't set up your ad correctly. You started showing the audience to everyone in Los Angeles, both men and women. It's probably women who go to beauty salons, which means you wasted half of your advertising budget. One tick in your settings can cost you a lot of money. Now let's talk about training strategy. In this diagram, you can see the 4 previously listed basics of Facebook ads. You need to learn all 4 basics evenly at the same level for a proper learning process. In the beginning, you will have a small radius of knowledge of Facebook ads, but it will be the same in all directions. Then you will go deeper and deeper. At some point, you will have good knowledge in all directions. Once again, I want to draw your attention to this. It's important to study all 4 areas in parallel. This slide shows how wrong it is. Unfortunately, that's the way most people go. They start to go into technical settings of Facebook ads. People think the better they know the instrument, the better the results will be. It's not the case. Just because you know how a car engine works, it doesn't make you a Formula 1 driver. It's a typical mistake all students make. They start studying Facebook API conversion, Facebook audience, pixel, cookies, or other technical details and think this will give them results. But as a result, the marketer turns into a technician who know all about the buttons of Facebook advertising but can't do the main thing – attract clients for the business. Honestly, business owners don't care what settings you use. They want new customers, not your ability to do complex ad campaigns. People think the more complex, the more effective. But it's important to study all the trends systematically. So, the whole process of training we divided into 2 parts. In the first part of training, the main task is to make sure you can run ads. You should have an understanding that you can be a Facebook ads expert and you like it. As a result of the first part of the course, you set up a simple campaign and after 15 minutes you get the first leads. The second part is to understand all the points of Facebook advertising and become a specialist. Remember the picture of a specialist way. After completing the first part of this course, you will become a level 20 specialist. The second part of the course will allow you to become a level 80 specialist and start earning in your new profession. So, let's get started.